Good afternoon. Morning? Still morning. Holy shit, it's still the morning. Welcome to Indeed, an independent podcast about independent wrestling. Let's fix the camera. Okay, we haven't done this in a minute. So, I'm Mike Hamley. I am your host. Thank you for hanging out. It's Saturday. I'm sure you have plenty of other awesome stuff you could be doing. You're spending some time here, and I appreciate you. This episode was supposed to be live on Tuesday that passed. It's Saturday now. Why are we late? I have herniated discs in my two herniated discs in my lower back, and I spent the whole week in bed and haven't really been able to sit up in a chair long enough to record a podcast. So thank you for your patience and for, if you were eagerly anticipating an episode, means a lot to still have you here. Today we're talking about 3 shows. I'm condensing things down a little bit. So we're starting with Wrestling Open. This is our feature show this week. Thursday nights on IWGP, 8 p.m. It is it's a must-see television for me. It's in my weekly rotation. A friend from Twitter and Discord got me, got a bunch of us watching it, really. And now we've, whole little weekly watch crew we've got there. Wrestling Open was launched by Beyond Wrestling in 2022, January of this year. It's carrying on the weekly tradition of independent wrestling at the White Eagle in Worcester, Massachusetts. It's an open mic style weekly sign up for wrestlers, and it's basically a proving ground for the best and brightest talent in New England and like the Northeast, and really like the rest of America. Honestly, there's people that are rolling in from all reaches of the country, but it's a fantastic weekly show. A key reason I keep watching, though, it's apparent how much effort the wrestlers are giving. They're going out, they have a 10 limit. English, holy shit. They have a 10-minute time limit on their matches, so when they're going out, they're like fucking pedal to the metal, 110%. Everyone shows up to work. It's an amazing run of matches. Super fast paced. It's honestly my favorite couple hours of television in the week. It's been home to some of the top talent in wrestling right now. Wheeler Yuta, Chris Statlander, John Silver, Alex Reynolds, Willow Nightingale, Bear Country, Anthony Green, Masha Slamovich. They've all made regular appearances. This is when it was still uncharted territory, but it's, Wrestling Open is basically just carrying on the same thing. It's, everything's the same, but the name basically. And you do have a lot of the former regulars from uncharted territory still coming through, which we will get to later because there was some of that on the episode we're covering this week. As the season's progressed, the attendance growth also has really started to be ultra apparent as well. The place is, at the beginning of the season, capacity was still, they were still getting a lot of, they're still getting a fair amount of people out there, but the last few weeks have just been packed. By the main event. It's wall to wall in there. It's really fun to watch. The environment just gets more electric every week. And there are a lot of my favorite wrestlers right now that I'm having a ton of fun watching. They've been put on my radar because of Wrestling Open, and they've had some of, my most enjoyable matches of theirs have been at Wrestling Open. Alec Price, Miracle Generation, Channing Thomas, Lil Mean Kathleen. She pops the shit out of me. Fancy Ryan Clancy, Brett Ryan Gosselin, maybe Steven Stetson, I guess. I don't know. Stetson Ranch, that Stetson Ranch is that I like them. They're fun, man. Brett Ryan Gosselin, you've bought into the cowboy thing. I love it. Ichiban number 1, Anastasia Morningstar. I fucking love Doug. Please get well soon, Love Doug. Get that ankle healed up. We will miss you while you're out and can't wait for you to return. Flower petals in the air. I could go on naming, I could probably name the whole roster if I really wanted to talk about who I love at Wrestling Open. I've grown really attached to watching, the regulars they have coming through. It's so cool seeing some of the faces that also are not, not regulars there, but maybe names from the past. just, surprising names from other territories that are coming in. And again, like I started watching the show online, like just with a small group of internet friends, and, we'd just be discussing it in a group chat. There's like a whole family of us that watch together. We're chatting every week. Shout out to Jenna and Hubs, Don, Adam, Joe, Nat, Trish, Tom, Bryson, Madge, Lasagna, Craig, Clint. I don't know who else I'm forgetting, but I love you guys. And yeah, so let's get into the show this week. We are talking about the May 5th show because this should have been out Tuesday of last week. So May 5th would have, like, this Thursday's episode would have wouldn't have happened yet by the time I recorded this if if my back was more cooperative with me. Why is my camera so shit today, guys? Come on. All right, so let's talk about some Wrestling Open. The show kicked off this week. We had Platinum Max coming out to address the fans. He is a longtime regular at the White Eagle. Plenty of appearances there throughout Uncharted territory. Shook Crew with Bryce Donovan, Bobby Orlando, Bobby Jr. So, he's been around a lot the last couple of weeks. Shook Crew's back. Love to see it. Really, really fun. And he came out, addressed the fans. Thanked all the people who keep coming out. And he's decided he's actually got an open challenge that he's going to start issuing every week at Wrestling Open. He's going to put $10,000 of his own money on the line for anyone who can last 10 minutes in the ring with him. That's exciting. It's going to lead to a lot of, really cool matches coming through. So I'm looking forward to seeing where that goes. Watch this week's episode. No spoilers, but, it's already begun. And then we kicked off into the first match, which was Eric James versus Love Doug. Again, Love Doug hurt his ankle, and it's really, really, really hurting. It's hurting the rest of us too, because we love watching him every week. We're gonna miss him. I can't wait for him to be back already. I just hope he heals up fully and as quickly and simply as possible. He got some Love Doug got some flower petal graphics when he came out on this show. He's got my favorite chant ever going in the crowd. Doug is gonna love you. Eric James, on the other hand, he comes out singing the Backstreet Boys, and as much as I dislike it, I also love it. And goddamn, is that that's a brave and bold move of you, sir. Because not everyone's gonna be happy to hear you sing the Backstreet Boys on your way out to the ring. And it was a really good match. We had Doug opened with a nice flurry, but Eric was able to take advantage of it. Started kind of walking around the ring, taunting the crowd, singing some Backstreet Boys while he's kicking Doug. Shout out to whoever yelled "fuck no" when Eric James did the "Am I Sexual" part from that song. These guys are both incredibly solid wrestlers. Doug is like one of the most over people at Wrestling Open. It was a really good match. There was a couple of really close finishes for James. There was also Doug kipping up into a slice of love, and just some of the wonderful athleticism you'll see on display from Love Doug. There's the slice of love. But unfortunately, Eric James did catch Love Doug with a drop toe hold into an exposed turnbuckle for the win. So Love Doug lost this one. Let's watch that slice of love one more time, though. In our next match, we had Nolo Kitano taking on Steve Pena. This was a Wrestling Open debut for Pena. I really get excited when Nolo Kitano's out. He's not out there a ton, but every time he does come out, Protect Your Neck plays, and that gets me going. It's a really good match. We had some power and size versus the speed and agility of Kitano. Nolo hit a crazy overdrive to win the match. Got to go back and see it. I don't have a clip of that. I only have a clip of Steve Pena hurling this man with a nice German suplex. And then our next match, we had Slade, Scaryrikers man, taking on Gabriel, Skye. really like Gabriel Skye. We talked about him on the first show. He had a sick triple threat match with Jackson Drake and Yoya at VXS. Here he is taking on Slade. Very different style of match. We all know what Slade likes to do, and that's beat the shit out of people and scare everyone. Guess what Slade did? Beat the shit out of Gabriel Skye. Scared everyone. That being said, though, Gabriel did get some, he did get some early offense in, but it did. Yeah, no, Slade basically took control and just beat the daylights out of him. And should have, yes, here we go. The Slade chokeslam. Followed up shortly with a 1-2-3. Gabriel is like, I do like Gabriel Skye a lot. He's really athletic. Like I said, he did start showing it early, but Slade just shut him down and went to work. Just don't fuck with Slade, man. Scaryrikers, man. Our next match, we had Ray Jazz defeating Landon Hale. This was another debut here at Wrestling Open for Landon Hale. Pretty tough test, Ray Jazz is regular there. I don't want to put him over too much because, he's not exactly the nicest dude. But no, I'm kidding. Ray Jazz, good wrestler. Honestly, like instant heat magnet when he comes out. He's one of the best heels they have there. He doesn't really even need to talk. You don't need to talk, please. We don't need the Jazz. I'm kidding. The Jazz tip of the day is great, but you're doing your job, sir. It was Ray Jazz muscling around the new kid, but Landon Hale was very impressive. Great agility and athleticism. Loved watching him. I'd like to see him back at the White Eagle. That would be really, really cool. We had Ray Jazz taking the win. Do I have a clip? I don't. I knew I didn't have a clip for that one. Next match we had Johnny Santos, Clara Carreras, and Hispanic Mechanics, which is Jose and Jose B. And they defeated the Church of Greatness and Anastasia Morningstar. So this was also another Wrestling Open debut, Clara Carreras. I was dancing in my chair, partying the whole time, watching the team of Santos, Carreras, and the Mechanics come to the ring. They were just instant vibe change from Ray Jazz being out there to you have just this super upbeat party walking to the ring. They had a conga line going around the ring for a bit before they got in there. Might have slipped my disc dancing in my chair. Who knows? But and also I gotta talk about Brother Greatness for a minute. One of my favorite people to watch at Wrestling Open. I love it. He's he's just a very lovable character. Poor guy passes out his collection plate every time he comes out. Don't think he gets much more than a stick of gum and a couple of toothpicks, but yeah, it was a really good match. You had Santos dancing, dancing greatness around the ring for a bit. There was some really cool double team spots happening in the match. It's really the kind of thing that makes Wrestling Open so enjoyable every week in a 10-minute window of a match, and less than really with the match time. It wasn't like they went to a time limit draw, but it covered everything that's awesome about Wrestling Open. There was great wrestling, first of all. It was super fun. There was participation with a very intimate and dedicated crowd that is always there every week. You can see it on the broadcast. There are so many people. I know two people there. I know, and I see them every week around ringside. But the amount of other familiar faces I see that are just people that are so passionate and dedicated about going, and the rest, you can tell the wrestlers play off of that. They see a lot of the regulars. It's a great time. My friend Jenna was there. She brought her parents for this episode. Her parents apparently loved Hispanic Mechanics. Very entertained by them. Then after the match, we had Rich hopping on to announce Wrestling Open was on the cover of a local entertainment magazine. Congrats to you. Next match. Miracle Ones, Ichiban, Dustin Flash Waller Kylon King defeating Channing Thomas and the Rep, which was Nate Carter and Dave McCall. This is a pretty heated rivalry. Ichiban and Channing Thomas have been going back and forth at each other for weeks, as well as Miracle Generation helping out their buddy Ichiban, and Channing Thomas and Sydney Bacabella bringing in everybody to make their life miserable. So it was a really good match. Thomas brought some tough friends from out of town in the Rep. We had Kylon King getting isolated early. Spent a lot of time in the corner of the Dallas wrestling office, but did get his tag out to Ichiban. And Ichiban and Dustin cleared things out. We ended up having the Miracle Ones take the win here. But I don't think that's the end. I don't think that's going to be the end of us seeing Ichiban and Channing Thomas. They did have a match this week, actually, on Wrestling Open. So that would be the May 12th? What's today, the 14th? Yeah, May 12th. Let's go. Calendars. I believe we do have a highlight from this match. Yes, we do. Oh, poor Flash. Did I have anything more from this match? I didn't. Okay, so we're going to move on. We have Alec Price defeating Big Bradhollister. Big Bacon. I would say defeat, but really it was, Hollister got DQ'd. He wouldn't let go of a chokehold. We'll get there. This had a 60-minute time limit for the Southern Underground Pro Bone Storm Championship, which Alec Price holds. English is hard. I'm sorry. I'm trying, guys. We had a really good video package from Alec Price actually before this match. He talks as well as he wrestles. Like, I fucking love watching this dude. He opened up super hot with a suicide dive, hit a big old tornado DDT off the steps to the floor. But Bradhollister does have tremendous power, very athletic himself. They had a really, really, really good match. Like, it was a lot of back and forth. Hollister, I've seen Alec Price probably face more adversity in the last couple weeks in his Wrestling Open matches than usual. His caliber of opponent seems to be getting better and better and better every week, as is reflected by his efforts in the ring. He's the Southern Underground Pro Bone Storm champion. He is the Limitless Wrestling champion. Anywhere this man turns up, he's got a chance to win your championship. He's a good fucking wrestler. Big Bacon Bradhollister is himself, though. I'm glad to see him back. He was on a couple other shows over the weekend as well. Turned in some really good matches there. We had Alec Price go for the blockbuster, got caught into a rear naked choke, which was a really fucking cool counter. And then, Bradhollister just decided not to let go of the choke. So referee disqualified him. Alec Price retains and wins. I believe we do have a highlight from this match as well. Yes, we have Bradhollister hitting the Canyon-esque second rope suplex into the ring. And I believe, yes, there we go. I love that spot. And then the nasty lariat. We had our second last match of the evening next, which was Alex Reynolds taking on Fancy Ryan Clancy. And this is exactly what I was talking about. Alex Reynolds, many appearances on uncharted territory. He's, an alumni of the area. Been at the White Eagle many times before and came back to teach Ryan Clancy a lesson but not in like a classroom setting, just like I'm going to beat you in a match, which good way to learn. He got a really, really warm, very warm welcome on his way back. Reynolds explained to Clancy, he's going to teach him that he needs to have like a do whatever it takes to win attitude. And he's going to beat that one into him. They started off really nice, nice technical stuff. Clancy is very technically sound. Alex Reynolds, obviously, we've seen him on television. If you haven't, just watch some AEW. Guy's a great wrestler. So, we had Alex Reynolds, obviously, the veteran and experienced wrestler, putting it to Clancy pretty early on. Clancy did, and he did kind of dig deep and find a bit more of an aggressive side further into the match. We started, doing the doing the old Danielson stomp on Reynolds. And then he went for his side Russian leg sweep. But we had, Reynolds countered it into a small package, grabbed the tights, and got the win off of the sneaky roll up. So Reynolds told Clancy after the match that next week it's going to be Clancy versus Steven Stetson, and he needs to apply his knowledge. And I'm not going to spoil that one for you, but Wrestling Open was great this week. Just watch it. We'll move on to our final match of the show. Bobby Orlando defeating Mortar in a sick trick street fight. This was oh wait, hang on, I fucked up again. See, look at me. I missed that. I had a clip from that Reynolds and Clancy match. I'm getting bad at this. Bobby Orlando, Mortar, sick trick street fight. Brick City Boys banned from ringside. And grudge match. Mortar and the Brick City Boys have been giving Bobby Orlando and the show crew as a whole very hard time over the last few weeks. Pretty much the whole season of Wrestling Open almost. Bobby Orlando, he snapped. He came out hot. There was a staple gun in this match. We were like, we're almost. We're starting to work our way into some some good hardcore territory here. But Mortar used the strength advantage for a while, hit a nice floor suplex on Bob. There was I hope I have it. I don't think I have it. There was a pop-up power bomb onto a pile of chairs. That shit was fucking insane. That chair came with Bob. Where is the door? Do we have a clip of the door? Oh, we don't. So Bobby Orlando ended up pulling a door out from under the ring. Had mom written on it. We were calling it the Forbidden Mom. But this is a good match. I was thoroughly entertained. The power bomb through the Forbidden Mom and the dab elbow from Bobby Orlando for the win. And I love Wrestling Open. It was a good time. This is a photo courtesy of our friend Jenna. And just, Bobby Orlando having some fun with the fans. And then a couple days after the show, Wrestling Open announced the Saturn and Kronos Eliminator Cup. It's a tag team tournament, I would have to assume. We got a little trailer for it. You can find you can actually watch the trailer with sound on their on all their socials, but no details at this time yet about when it's going to start. I'll be honest, I didn't update from being in bed this week, I haven't updated it to know for sure if they have anything going on with it this week, as far as an update. But at the time that I had put all this together to do the show earlier in the week, the only details we had was a name and an announcement video. So I'm if I had to make an educated guess without knowing anything else, it is a tag team tournament. Seems to be the most sensible thing. And then as far as when we can catch this, I don't know when the tournament's going to start. There's no announcements on that, but you can watch Wrestling Open on IWTV every Thursday, 8 p.m. I fucking love it. I'm so happy that Jenna got me hooked on this. Thank you, Jenna. Also, happy birthday, or belated birthday, because it was on Thursday. But, I didn't get to record this until today. So, moving on now. Defy Wild Ones. Gonna just run through this real quick. So this actually happened on April 30th, which was outside of the watch week of the show, but the replay didn't become available until actually the 5th, I believe. So I'm throwing it in the show. It's my show. If I want to talk about it, I'm going to. So we opened up 6-man tag. We had Nick Wayne, Swerve Strickland, and Adam Brooks defeating the Midnight Heat which is Ricky Gibson and Eddie Pearl, and the Defy champion Christopher Daniels. Just gonna kind of rip through the shows because can't sit here too much longer. My back hurts like hell. But yeah, obviously Nick Wayne, amazing. Swerve, incredible. Christopher Daniels, legend. Midnight Heat, one of the best tag teams that you might not, see a ton of outside, they're on a shitload of Defy shows and they're pretty active around the West Coast. But like, if you watch the Midnight Heat, man, fuck. Next match, we had Big Damo defeating Kevin Blackwood. This match was incredible. I love this. Blackwood's one of my favorite wrestlers in independent wrestling right now. Dude is versatile as fuck. Will kick the shit out of you. He's got strength, power, quickness, agility. I love watching Kevin Blackwood matches. Go back through anyone he's wrestled recently, and they're all fucking quality opponents, quality matches. Big Damo, mountain of a man, just total powerhouse. So bit of a stylistic clash here in terms of, is Kevin Blackwood going to be able to get it, get the big guy up for anything? He did get him up for Death Valley Driver. It's fucking insane. Big Damo gets the win though. Danica Della Rouge defeated Kikyo to retain the PCW Ultra Women's Championship. Again, fucking really good match. Kikyo had gnarly suplex out on the floor, and she has a really sick looking spine buster. They also did like a really funny double fake out on a belt shot. Good match. Shaft defeated Timothy Thatcher. Like, again, fantastic match. Shaft, baddest motherfucker. Timothy Thatcher will grapple you to a fucking pretzel. And just twist everything on your body and make you tap out. So it was really good. Like, again, stylistic clash of Shaft just wants to beat the shit out of you. Timothy Thatcher wants to tap you out. How's it going to go? Next match, we had Steve Miggs, who's the host of Defy. He had a bit of a score to settle with El Phantasmo. Really, really fun match. Obviously it was the experienced El Phantasmo against Steve Miggs, who is, he's an athletic guy. He's into some sports, but not a pro wrestler. So how's it going to go? There was some really fun, like, double turn shenanigans with Ethan HD, who is in Steve Miggs' corner. Watch the replay for this show, guys. Like, this was a fucking excellent show. Bollywood Boys defeated C4 to retain the Defy tag titles. Again, Bollywood Boys, veterans. You've seen them on TV. Their experience shows in the way they do everything. Really, really fucking great match. C4 are, again, one of the best tag teams in all of fucking independent wrestling right now. Guillermo Rosas and Cody Chun, incredible dudes. They are, I believe, the Prestige Wrestling tag champs right now. I have to look that up. I didn't have it written down here. Shame on me, I know. But yeah, this was another really good match. We did have the Bollywood Boys coming out with the win. There's just the whole build up to the hot tag. C4, really, really like had a hopeful looking comeback, and then a double counter of C4 had the Bollywood Boys, and like they had both of them in ankle locks, and Bollywood Boys countered it and like ended up rolling Cody and Guillermo into sharpshooters and got the like double tap out. Super, super cool match. John Moxley defeating Filthy Tom Lawler in what I like to call the squirt match. And if you don't understand, Tom Lawler fucking, he was actually like water fountaining blood out of his forehead near when they're later on in the match. So they both got split open off of ring post, off of running into the ring post. And Tom Lawler, though, that cut was deep. He was John Moxley was had him in the bulldog choke, and you literally just like every pulse is just like fucking gnarly. This, like, I can't really put this match into words. Like, these dudes beat the fucking shit out of each other to the point where they were both just a bloody mess. Every strike is just like this mist of blood. What's if you ever seen that knockout when Jorge Masvidal got starched and there was just like a mist of fucking sweat coming off of the guy? It was like that, but all blood. Crazy. So Defy, Seattle based, fucking incredible. Their next show is Young Destroyers on June 25th. I hope so they broadcast this show on Pluto TV, which was really cool. I hope they do that again. And yeah, if not, the replays are always, always end up on the Defy on Demand. But yeah, June 25th, Young Destroyers. I believe, I know Nick Wayne is main eventing that. Can't remember who his opponent is. I'm really shit at writing things down. I will strive to be a better note taker in the future. I'm sorry. It's only episode 2. We're only doing better. Show 3, Enjoy Wrestling Renegade. This is season 5 of Enjoy Wrestling's YouTube series, episode 1. I fucking love this shit. It was 2 matches, super digestible. Their production quality is off the charts. You've got Rich Bacchini and Veda Scott on the commentary, which is one of the best, one of the best duos, 2 of the best individual commentators in wrestling, to me, independently. Love hearing them, like any show with Rich or Veda. And then the combination, good shit, enjoy. Production's through the roof. It's like television quality. And I think that's a benefit to them from not like live streaming their shows. They actually record everything, and then they produce it and release it on YouTube free on YouTube. This was a good show though. We had an Alec Price promo. There we go. See? Yeah, we had a little Alec Price promo where he talked some shit about Trish Adora. And yeah, had a really fucking awesome match against Trish Adora, who did defeat Alec Price. Alec was, working more of a heel in this one because they are in Pittsburgh or Philly. I can't. Is it on the poster? Come on. I can't remember. It's either in Pittsburgh or Philly. And either way, if I'm wrong, I know that people in Philly are going to be like, we're not Pittsburgh. And people in Pittsburgh are going to be like, hey, don't call us Philly. But, it is what it is. Great show. This was a great match, though. Alec was doing a ton of shit talking back and forth with some hecklers. Him and Trish had a fucking awesome match. Her strength is fucking so impressive, and it was on display here. She's a great wrestler. She was selling for Alec really well early on, and he was wearing down her arm. And I just want it. It was like, come on, Trish, you're going to turn around. You're going to turn around. And when she did, it was like so fucking believable. And that's a credit to her. And the work she's doing while Alec is working on her arm to just, really get you to buy in and want her to succeed. She hit a series of super sick shit on Alec toward the end, kneeling German suplex. And then right after that, a deadlift German, she hit a Uranagi backbreaker, a fucking Bubba Bomb. More Trish Adora matches, please. And then, yeah, also Price then it hit her with a sit-out Uranagi and instantly transitioned it into a cross arm breaker. That was one of the I was loving that. That was a really, really cool transition out of that. It was instant too. It was the same arm he had locked for the Uranagi, and it looked so cool. But then, yeah, we ended up having Trish catching Alec Price with the fucking big lariat for the win. And then the second match on the show, because again, 2-match show. Violence is Forever, Dom Garini, Kevin Koo. They're they simultaneously are holding 4 companies tag championships right now. I don't think there's a better tag team on the independents right now. I love Violence is Forever. They're they're everything right now. They're everything to me. I love it. They check all my boxes. I like seeing people, I like seeing people get, I like the strong style, but also they have a really good athletic, technical side. Dom Garini is just a monster in there hurling people around. But again, they're twisting you up too. I'm getting tongue-tied trying to talk about them. But then we had them defeating Kings of the District, Eel O'Neill and Jordan Blade. Another really awesome tag team that's out right now. It was a really good matchup because they're both tough customers. Eel O'Neill and Jordan Blade, not really to be dismissed as opponents for Violence is Forever. Jordan's a fucking powerhouse, very skilled grappler and striker. So we had O'Neill getting worked on a lot for the early stages of the match. And then, yeah, Jordan came in, cleaned house, Had a really one really fun section of the match that I enjoyed the most. We had Jordan Blade had an ankle lock on Dom Guarini, and Eel had an octopus stretch on Kevin Koo. And Kevin Koo like muscled Eel O'Neill up into a power bomb, and instead of just power bombing Eel O'Neill, he decides to break up the ankle lock by power bombing Eel O'Neill into Jordan Blade and Dom Guarini. It was just like, no regard for everybody. I just don't want my partner to tap out. I'll break the hold by dropping another human on both of them. I fucking loved it. It was a really good time. Violence is Forever hits a spike pile driver for the win. So enjoy wrestling. They're airing Thursdays on YouTube, 8 p.m. Their next live is the Enjoy Cup Tag Team Edition, which is on July 2nd. If you go to their socials, you'll be able to find details on when that is. Again, I don't think it's airing. I think it's probably like this style where, it's filmed in advance and then they're going to, break it down and release it on YouTube. I hope that's actually the case. I really like the format. Not being able to take the whole show in live is kind of like, why? But when you see the finished product, it actually, I'm happy that they don't. If that, I don't know if that makes any sense. Anyway, that is, that's the show for this week. I'm really sorry that it's so rushed. I can hardly sit in a chair right now. So it was a lot to do, even like 40 minutes today. That being said, we've got a pretty crazy week coming up next week. I have, so I have Tuesday. We're back live 1 p.m. I don't care. I will force myself to sit through as much pain as I need to make it happen. I'm going to be here. If I have to, I'll find a way to do it from bed. I don't give a shit. I've got Righteous Reg as a guest co-host. We're going to be talking about Bodyslam, Vendetta, and West Coast Pro, which he attended last night. And then, in addition to that, we'll also be interviewing Baron Black, the man who is responsible for Bodyslam Vendetta. We're going to break the whole show down. That's our feature show next week. So Tuesday, the 17th of May, 1 p.m. Eastern Time, I will be here. I'll have Righteous Reg with me. I'll have Baron Black with me. We're going to talk about Bodyslam Vendetta. We're going to talk about Reg and I'll talk about West Coast Pro. And only talk about 2 shows next week, but it's more than just me anyway. So in the meantime, follow Bodyslam at BodyslamNet on Twitter. Find us on YouTube. If you're watching right now, please hit the like, please hit the subscribe. Really helps out. Me, you can find me. My Twitter's, my Twitter handle's right there at Mr. Purple TV. I'm not up to much. I'm watching a lot of wrestling and laying in bed right now. That's literally been like my whole week. Just wrestling and Twitter. So, send me some DMs. Keep me entertained. No, don't. I don't know what kind of people there are out there. I'm closing them. Never mind. Yeah, no, tweet me. Let's talk about some wrestling or something. Tell me what shows to watch. Send me anything. Send me a DM. Give me an idea for like a movie, a show to watch. Old shit, new shit. I don't care. We'll be back on Tuesday. Thanks for watching. Love you guys. Have a good one.